Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I hope you all are doing amazingly fine. We are back again, and in today's video I'm going to talk about type rating. What is type rating and everything that I promised you guys, and what you guys have been asking a lot. Like, this is one of the topics that I get comments on in the Q&A that I had posted. A lot of you also asked what is type rating, why do we do it, and all of that sort of cost and everything. So this video is going to cover everything up. I know I'm a little late. I told you that the video will come up somewhere over the weekend, but I had a bad throat. I couldn't film. I'd written down all the points, but never mind. Here we are. Let's get started. Intro. Now let me give you a basic understanding of what is type rating. Okay, now think of yourself having a driver's license. Now driver's license has different categories of vehicles that you can drive, right? You have light motor vehicles, you have heavy motor vehicles, and you have scooters with gear, motorcycles with or without gear, and all of that sort. But it is in categories. Okay, well, if you have a LMV category, you can basically drive any any vehicle that comes under that particular light category. Now, when we talk about aircrafts or flying license for that matter, aircrafts are also categorized into light, medium, and heavy. But unlike a driver's license, when you have a CPL license, you cannot just fly any particular aircraft that comes under a category because your license is not endorsed that way. Okay, the way your aircrafts are endorsed is that every specific type of aircraft, let's say you're driving a Honda, you're driving a Mercedes or whatever. Okay, similar to that, on your CPL, when you get an endorsement, it is for that specific aircraft only. Okay, like for example, when you're in your flying training or when you're in your FT or in your flying school, you basically would fly Cessna 172, a Cessna 152, and if you're doing a multi-engine endorsement, you would end up flying a Seneca, a DA42, a Tecnam or whatever. Okay, now that particular type of aircraft, that specific aircraft will be endorsed on your license, provided that you have cleared the paper, this technical specific paper for that aircraft, and also you have done whatever is the flying or whatever is the requirement as per DGCA on that particular aircraft. There's a syllabus for every aircraft that you want to get endorsed on. Which also means that if you're getting endorsed on a multi-engine aircraft or a single-engine aircraft, it's more or less in the light category. Now think of it. A Cessna is a four-seater aircraft. Okay, it's a training aircraft. It's a light engine aircraft or it's a piston aircraft, whatever you call it. Next, you go to a multi-engine aircraft. Again, it's a piston engine aircraft. It just has two engines instead of one, and all the specifications change. But do you really think that you will be able to have the transition from flying a light engine aircraft suddenly sitting into a Boeing on an Airbus? I don't think so. I mean, it's not even practical. The whole layout changes, the whole cockpit changes, the procedures change. Not only procedures, but it's a multi-crew machine. I mean, you need two pilots to handle it and fly it as per norms. Now, that is where type rating comes into place. So first thing you need to understand that it is type rating. Okay, a lot of students have this problem, or I don't know if they are confused. They say type writing. I mean, I have had this question a lot of times and it's confusing. I mean, type writing. It's type rating. In simple terms, getting rated on a specific type of aircraft. So going back, as I said, that every type of aircraft that you want to fly has to be endorsed on your license, on your CPL license. Similarly, if you're going to fly an Airbus or Boeing for whatever company you're basically signing into, they will need that type rating on your license. Okay, basically that endorsement on your license. Now, endorsement or type rating is of multiple aircrafts. So I think whatever we just discussed answers the question that why do you require it? Well, you require it so that you know how to fly that aircraft, you know the procedures of that aircraft, emergency procedures, normal procedures, basic, every single thing of that aircraft. So basically, in short, your type training teaches you how to fly that aircraft. Every single thing about it, from the theory to performance to practical flying. The next question is that who does the type rating for you? Okay, now, well, when I say this, it is basically, is it self-sponsored or does your airline sponsor it for you? Well, it is a question of supply and demand. Back, let's say 10-12 years down the line, when there were less pilots and more jobs, the airlines offered the type rating to the pilot, like it was sponsored by the airline. But in current times, since the situation has reversed, we have a lot of pilots in the market, but the vacancies are not as much. So it's a matter of fact that the pilots have to sponsor it by themselves. So type rating will cost you a little apart from what you would spend for your CPL as well. So since we are on the topic of CPL, at Maverick Aviation we are going to start new batches. From the first week of February, we'll be focused on CPL. So anyone who's opting for CPL or wants to do CPL in the coming year or maybe in the next 6 months, you can opt for this. We'll be preparing you for the next attempt that will somewhere be in April, the April DGC attempt, and you can email us for more information about the course, what's the duration, what's the cost and everything, and our team will be more than happy to guide you. So let's get back onto our topic. What is the duration of type rating and what are the different types of aircraft that you can get rated on? Okay, so type rating usually it takes around 30 to 45 days. It depends where you're doing it and what is the course fee, or it's basically upon the institute that you go. If you do it in India, you do it abroad, the cost will vary a little bit. We'll talk about the cost in a while, but otherwise it will maximum take you 1.5 months to finish the whole course. Now the different type of ratings that you can get is basically on different manufacturers. Okay, Airbus, you call it Boeing, or any other aircraft for that matter. Each of them have their own type rating sessions or training, you if you call that. Now if I want to get rated on an A320, there's a different course. If I want to get rated on a 737, there's a different course, and so on. So that depends on where you are selected. If you're like selected, let's say for Indigo has what? Indigo has A320s, so they'll basically want you to have a A320 type rating. If you're selected, they will send you sponsor yourself, you come back and they'll induct you. Same goes with most of the other airlines in the country. Next, let's talk about validity. Now, when you get a type rating done, you basically also get your instrument rating on that particular aircraft, because without that, there's no point flying that aircraft. Okay, you don't fly VFR when you're in an airline. You do not much. Okay, most of your flying is IFR. So of course you're going to get instrument rated onto whatever aircraft you are getting your type rating on. Now your IR is valid for 1 year. Post that, your sessions start lapsing. Okay, so basically within 1 year, if you're not able to fetch yourself a job, you're going to do a certain amount of sessions. You have to renew your IR and everything. So it is expensive. Like I would say that, let's say a year passes and your IR is getting lapsed, you're going to spend somewhere around 3 to 4 lakhs to renew your type rating, and that goes on until you fetch a job or until you're current onto your flying on that particular aircraft. Now let's come to the most important question of all. How much will it cost you? Now again, this is something that I can't generally give out, because the cost of type rating depends mainly on where you're doing it, whether you're doing it in the country, you're doing it abroad, and also on what type of aircraft you're doing it, Airbus, Boeing, it does matter. Okay, let's say you choose a narrow body aircraft and you want to do that. A general figure would be somewhere around 11 to 13 lakhs. Okay, so you're going to spend that much. Again, if you go and do it privately after finishing your CPL. Okay, now type rating at this point is a good option because a lot of airlines are looking for type rated people. Another problem is that, as I told about validity, if there's no vacancy which comes up in a year, you're gonna basically lose your IR and you're gonna spend more money to do it. So this is a decision that you have to make by yourself, depending. You need to do a little study of the market, see how it's going to be, whether there are jobs expected, and especially on what aircraft they are expected to come. Now some aircrafts, their type rating might cost a little more, but max to max I would say that they would go up to like 18-20 lakhs. Now there's another problem here, that if you're inducted into an airline also has their own base checks and they have their own airline training as well. Okay, line training if you want to call that. Now if you're inducted in an airline and they send you out for type rating, they will charge you more than what you would otherwise pay when you go do it by yourself. Okay, now that cost will include the ground training of your airline and the cost of base check and everything. What is a base check? You can Google it. I'm not going to talk about it in this video, it's content for some other video. So that is what it is. So you'll end up paying, let's say, somewhere around 20 to 25 lakhs. There are some airlines which can charge you somewhere about 40 to 45 lakhs as well. Okay, now well, it's up to you. If you have that kind of money, you can go ahead with it. but there's nothing you or me can do about it, because that's how the market works. As I said, it's about supply and demand. There is not much demand, but the supply of pilots is just increasing by the year, so it's as it is. Well, I guess that I have covered most of the points, but even then, if I have missed out on something, or if you guys have any type of query, you can surely hit me up on my Instagram handle. I try to reply to most of the questions in that, but you can also hit the comments. If this video was helpful to you, do share the video, share it with your friends, share it with your buddies who are doing CPL or who want to do CPL and who don't know what type rating is. Or also, if you want any other info about flying, my channel is helpful. You can also go subscribe, share it, like the video if it was helpful to you, and I guess that's about it. With that said, I will end the video right here. Again, if you're a CPL holder who's willing to start his career as a pilot and want some guidance, we can help you out at Maverick Aviation. We're starting, as I said, a new batch in the upcoming month, which will be focused completely on CPL, and we literally are serious about our students, and that's what it's about. So with that said, take care, stay safe, stay home, and like I always say, stay golden. I love you all. See you in the next one.